Hello and welcome to Mind Heal, the space where we dive deep into healing, health, and holistic living. Today we're exploring something that is incredibly important, yet often overlooked: the connection between our mental health and physical diseases. Have you ever wondered why people under chronic stress often fall sick more frequently? Or why unresolved emotional pain might lead to fatigue, inflammation, or even chronic illness? In today's episode, we'll journey into the science, the subtle body wisdom, and some real-life examples of how our mental state shapes our physical health. Let's start with the basics. Mental health refers to our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also influences how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Now, mental health issues don't just stay in the mind. Our body and mind are deeply connected. What we think and feel affects how our body behaves and reacts. This is the mind-body connection. It's not a new age idea, it's deeply rooted in medical science, psychology, and even ancient healing systems like Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine. Let's talk about stress, one of the biggest culprits when it comes to mental health influencing physical illness. When you're under stress, your brain sends signals to your adrenal glands to release cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones prepare you for a fight or flight response, useful in emergencies, but harmful when sustained over time. Chronic stress leads to persistent inflammation, weakened immune system, raised blood pressure, insulin and blood sugar, sleep disturbances. This biochemical storm creates a fertile ground for diseases like heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune disorders, digestive issues like IBS, even cancer in some cases. And here's something interesting: studies show that people with high levels of stress are twice as likely to catch colds and infections. Why? Because their immune system is weakened by constant stress hormone exposure. Let's now talk about depression, which is not just sadness, it's a clinical condition with real physiological consequences. People with depression often experience fatigue, chronic pain, changes in appetite and weight, gastrointestinal problems, sleep disorders. Depression has been linked with increased risk of heart disease, slower recovery from surgery or illness, increased inflammation in the body, poor management of existing conditions like diabetes or hypertension. A body in a depressed state is in low vibration. It loses motivation to heal, to fight, to repair. That's the silent but serious danger of untreated mental health issues. Now, let's explore a fascinating area: the gut-brain connection. You may have heard people say, "I have a gut feeling," or "butterflies in my stomach." That's because the gut and brain are in constant communication via the vagus nerve. Anxiety and panic can lead to acid reflux, bloating, diarrhea or constipation, appetite loss, irritable bowel syndrome. Research shows that up to 80% of people with IBS have some form of anxiety or depression. So, treating gut issues without addressing the mental root is like painting over a cracked wall. It keeps coming back. Mental health issues often push people towards unhealthy coping mechanisms like muffins, overeating or emotional eating, alcohol or drug abuse, smoking, social withdrawal, skipping exercise, poor sleep hygiene. These behaviors directly contribute to weight gain, liver disease, sleep disorders, and more. Let's take a moment to understand psychosomatic illness, where psychological distress causes or worsens physical symptoms. Common examples include chronic fatigue, headaches, fibromyalgia, TMJ disorders, chronic back pain. It doesn't mean the illness is in your head. It means the mind and body are expressing distress together. Let me share a story. A woman named Dasha came in with chronic digestive issues. Every test came back normal, but after counseling, we uncovered deep and resolved grief from her past. Once she began therapy and mindful practices, her digestion improved dramatically. This is just one example of many. So, what's the solution? It starts with awareness, recognizing that your emotions are not weak, they're signals. Your body listens to your mind. Healing is not just physical, it's mental, emotional, and even spiritual. Tips for support. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Seek therapy when needed. Journal your emotions. Connect with supportive people. Prioritize rest and nature. Consider mind-body practices like yoga, tai chi, or breathwork. As we close, I invite you to reflect: how's your inner world today? How do you speak to yourself? Are you giving your mind the same love and care you give your body? Because true healing happens when the mind and body are in harmony. Thank you for tuning into today's episode. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone who may need it. And remember, your mental health is not separate from your physical health. It's all one, beautifully connected system. Until next time, take care of your mind, nurture your heart, and listen to the wisdom of your body.